Tell me why you picked this one. What did you find interesting about it that you want to show for other people? The kind of smart thing about our house, it's always open for people as long as they have kindness in their heart.
The Children's Art Workshop is designed to create an experience where children not only acquire but also employ knowledge. But our main aim is to help them develop their skills: creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. In this third edition, where children have curated their own exhibition, we faced many challenges. This was by far the hardest exhibition yet. The first main challenge was that the scope of work has expanded, where children were requested to design the exhibition space as well as the user experience. The other main challenge, which I didn't realize at the beginning, was the complexity of the visual language. In our first two exhibitions, we did the Long Ago Zoo, so we looked at animals in the Al-Sabah collection, and then we've done Mirrored Nature, where we looked at nature in the Al-Sabah collection. The visual language was rather direct and easy, but here with that, the visual language with the topic they've selected, which is calligraphy, required knowledge, prior knowledge. And I started to notice that while we're looking at 5,000 objects of calligraphy in the collection, such a huge size. At the very beginning, we used our typical way of making the group size smaller. I asked the children, just select whatever you think is interesting, whatever catches your attention. So we easily moved from 5,000 to 276. But when we came to the point where they had to justify their selection, they were not able to create the link with calligraphy. They said, well, we like the color, we like the shape, but they could not sometimes identify the calligraphy types or even read some of the words. And therefore, we had to start to think about how we can construct that knowledge. We worked with a calligrapher, Jasim Ma'raj, to help the children know more about the art of calligraphy, looking at the tools, looking at the techniques, identifying different types of fonts. But also we worked with the designer Mohammed Sharaf because he helped the children look at more of a contemporary way of looking at the objects.
They say usually less is more. So let's try to use less things to express more meanings.
Looking at calligraphy and objects and creating that link between meaning and the design of the word itself. Every time we go through a session, we go back to our selected objects, but the children were not able to create that formula, that concept to follow. 3 months. Imagine we were doing that, the frustration of trying to create a concept for 3 months. And time was running. We needed to come up with that backbone, that main concept, to create the exhibition based on it. And then I thought, why are we trying to create an exhibition as if we were calligraphers? We're not. Well, I think I'm part of the kids group. We're just a group of children who are 6, and our oldest one is 10 years old. So to be ultimately honest, is how about we ask the most basic question? We stood there, looked at the objects at the theater, and we were wondering, what do we see? The answer was the most basic answer. What we see are just objects that we have at our homes. Dishes and cups and rings and necklaces. And then the most basic question after that would be, what makes them so special? Yes, there is calligraphy, but what made that calligraphy special is the words, the meaning they contained. And then what is that meaning? Because throughout those 3 months, we were trying to read the sentences, the words that lasted for one of them was 1,000 years old. That message, that proverb, that surah of Quran that managed to reach us today. And they all agreed that, well, the one common factor between all of these objects is that they have nice words, kind words. And all of a sudden, it all made sense. It seems that the concept was right there in front of us, but we were not able to see it. And after that, everything went really fast. So objects at home with kind words, so well, we have to have a home. After that, all the children started to create these different versions of houses. So we needed the help of an architect. We got the help of the architect Jasmine Neshmi, who tried to help the children visualize their house, identify its different parts, and help the children create their dream home. But then the children thought, this is such a unique house. It's really one of a kind, so special because of all these objects and the messages they have. It really needs a story, it demands a story. So they were given all these different possibilities of what would the story of the house be. And the winning one was by Abdul Hamid. Abdul Hamid created this story about the lady and the lord of the house. They were both calligraphers with a fantastic, different background stories that justified the creation of this house, justified the objects that it has, and it inspired the rest of the children to start writing very specific narratives about all the different areas of the house. To me, that was my most favorite part of creating this exhibition. And after that, the children continued and we're working on designing the user experience. And for that, we got the help of the calligrapher Maha al-Athar. She helped the children start to create these activities in order to learn more about the objects.
Move the cube so each word's like patience, helpful, thank you, and please, and also respect.
And here the children decided to create games to help the visitors learn more about kind words.
سوينا activity book based على artifacts اللي we chose it inside the house, right?
And by that, I felt like the whole exhibition was very, very full. It had that meaning, a meaning that can connect not only to children, but I'm sure to adults. It started being quite challenging, and the children have lived up to the challenge, creating a wonderful project, and they've managed to develop their skills, acquire their knowledge, and working really hard to create a fantastic home, which I hope you will enjoy, learn from, be inspired by, and visit again. Thank you.